Hello students, welcome back. So now I will show you how to create three tables that are connected together using this ER diagram, this entity relationship diagram. So these are my three tables: customers, orders, and shipping. So customers has three columns: customer ID, name, the name of the customer, and city, the city that the customer lives in. And customer ID, that would be my primary key. That's what this PK stands for. Then you have orders. Order has five columns: order ID, customer ID, amount, what was the amount that the order was for, what was the order date, and what is the item that was ordered. Now, order ID in this case is my primary key, and my customer ID is a foreign key. And foreign key basically over here, it means that this particular value, this particular column is getting its value from your customer table. That's what this relationship over here means. When you see this line right here, this is telling you that there is one to many relationship, and this is getting its value from here. So for every one customer ID over here, there can be there is basically one to one relationship, and this is called one to many, meaning one customer can have many orders. That's what this means, one to many. Okay, and then you have another table called shipping. So in shipping, you have three columns: shipping ID, order ID, and status. So your shipping ID is your primary key. That's your unique identifier. In this case, your unique identifier is your order ID. In this particular instance, customers, your unique identifier is customer ID. So order ID in this case is your foreign key, and this is connected to your orders table. So this is again a one to many relationship. So one order ID can have many, basically one order can have many shippings. So that's why it's called one to many relationship. All right, so let's go ahead and create this table first. So these are my statements that I'll be executing. Let me just show you. All right. Okay, so the first thing I'm doing, I'm dropping my table if it already exists. Okay, so I'm just checking, making sure that this table, if it exists, drop the shipping table, and if this table exists, orders tables exist, drop the that particular table, and drop customers if it exists. Okay, so let me just copy these commands first over here and put this on that SQL line editor right here. Go to tools. So first I'm going to open up my SQL editor. Now let's just open up a database first. So go to database over here. Let's go to add a database. So let's create a new database. So come over here. All right. And let's go to browse. And let's call this database as playground. I'm just going to call it a playground. Like, keep it simple. You can call it whatever you want to. So I'm calling it playground, and click on OK. And there you go. You can see the playground has come over there. Now let's connect to this database. So right click and connect to the database, and it has been connected. Now you can see tables and views. Okay, so let's go ahead, open up the tools, go to open SQL editor. That's going to open up your SQL editor right here, and this is where you're going to be entering your SQL commands. So let me just increase the size. There you go. All right, so so drop table if exists shipping. So let's go ahead, run this query first. All right, query finished in 0.00 seconds. That's good. Let's run this second one. So you want to move your cursor to the this line right here, and then you execute this query, and there you go. Run this, and there you go. All right, so far so good. Now let's do, let me just increase the size so it's a little bit more easy to see. All right. All right, now let's just come back over here. I'm going to copy and paste these commands. So first thing I'm going to do is create the table customers right here. And what I'm doing is I'm creating this customer ID, and this is my integer, and it's a primary key. That's what this keyword means. And then I'm creating another column called name. This is a variable character with 100 character long, and it is going to be not null. Then I'm going to create another column called city. This is a variable character. Okay, so copy, come to the SQLite Studio and paste it, and let's run this, and there you go. So you can see this one over here that basically tells you that there's a one table created. You can actually click and you can see there's a customer table. We have not added anything in that table yet. Okay, let's create another table. Now we're going to create this table. That would be, I created customer table. Now I'm going to create orders table, then I'm going to create shipping table. Okay, let's come over here. So let me copy this part right here. Actually, let me just copy both of them, orders and shipping. Let me just explain before what I'm doing over here. So in this particular instance, I'm creating an order table. And in this case, I'm creating an order ID column, customer ID column, and amount, and order date and item. And this right here is a foreign key. This is what's responsible for connecting two tables. So in this case, customer ID, that would be this customer ID. is going to refer, is basically saying it's connecting to the customer table in that column, customer ID. So in the customers table, that would be this right here. There is a customer ID. So it's connecting to this column. Okay, so let me just copy this and bring it over here, and let's run that. And there you go. You can see two. So two tables have been successfully created. Now let's create the third one now. Come over here. So over here now, what I'm doing, I'm creating a column, sorry, a table called shipping. Two columns: shipping ID, order ID, and status. So these are my three columns right here. Then I'm creating a foreign key, order ID. That would be this one right here. This is going to refer. This is going to reference the orders table. That in the orders table is going to refer order ID column. So come over here, paste it, and let's run this. And there you go. So three tables have been successfully created. Now let's populate this. Let's put some records in it. So come over here now. So I'm inserting some records into this. So in this particular instance, I'm inserting into customer table Wagner, Shankar, Mozart, Beethoven, Vogel, Fischer. These are my customer ID, name, and city. So I'm inserting these records in there. So come over here, put these. All right. And successfully executed, rows affected 0. That's good. So far so good. Come back over here now. Now I'm going to insert some records into the orders table. So copy this, orders table, and let's run this. Just make sure your cursor is anywhere in the statement and just hit execute, and that's going to execute that. All right, rows affected 8, very good. Then let's do the last one too. So come back over here and let's populate our shipping table. So these are my records I'm putting over there, and come back to this and execute this, and there you go. Okay, so now let's take a look at these tables. Let's go to tables, and let's open up customers. Go to data, and let me just open up customer. There you go, that's better. So you can see this is my customer table. Now let's go to orders table. Open up orders. Let me make this thing a little bit smaller. All right, this is better. So let me make this thing smaller too. So you go to data, and there you go. So this is your order table right here. All right, and let me see if I can move this guy. There you go. So you can see. All right. Okay. So these are my records right here. Okay, so far so good. Then the other table is shipping. Let's take a look at the shipping table. Go to data, and let's just make it a little big, a little bit bigger. All right. Let me make this guy a little smaller. Move it a little bit down. Put this guy over here, and there you go. All right. So these are my three tables. I have customers table, I have order table, which is right here, and then I have shipping table. So this I have successfully created this particular small database, okay, with three tables: customers, orders, and shipping. Okay, now let's run a few queries. Let's just see how exactly it works. Okay, so in this case, I'm going to run a few small, simple queries. So let's say you want to select all the records from the customers table. Well, that's easy. Just type select everything from customers. That's all you have to do. So come over here, and there you go. So select everything from customers. When you run this, you can see that it selected everything from this customer table. Basically, I'm just selecting everything. Okay. Let's say now you want to do some more stuff. Let's say you want to select only the name and city from customers. Well, you can do that too. So in this case, I'm just selecting only two columns. So come over here and paste it and run this. And that's going to select only two columns from the customer table, name and city. Okay. Now let's say you want to select all the records, okay, all the records from the customer who live in New York. You can do that too. So that's what this is going to do. It's going to select everything from the table customers where city equal to New York, people who live in New York. So let's run this, and that's going to run this. Oh, let me just move this guy a little bit down over here so you can see. There you go. Okay, And there you go. So these are the two customers who live in New York, Wagner and Beethoven. And you can verify that Wagner lives in New York and Beethoven also lives in New York. All right, great. Uh, let's run one more. Let's run a few more. Select all records from customers who live in Los Angeles and name is Shankar. All right, so let's find that. So come over here, copy, paste it. All right, and there you go. So there's only this customer who lives in the. There's only this person, Shankar. He lives in Los Angeles. Okay. Let's look at another one. Let's select all the records from customers who live in Chicago or Houston. So let's do that. So in this case, so far what I'm showing you is simple queries. Just you are using only one table, and now I'll be showing you how to use more than one table as query gets a little bit more and more complicated. Okay, now let's say you want to select, okay, all records. Okay, show me all the records from customer who live in New York or Chicago. So in this case, I'm using in. Okay, so over here, you can either use or, right? Who live in Chicago or Houston, or you can use in operator too. So that works too. So let's just come. Actually, let me just run both of them. Let me just copy this right here and bring it over here. Come down here. And oh, this query is already copied, so don't really need this part. Okay, so in this case, select everything from customers whose city is in New York or Chicago. Okay, so it's gonna basically print out everything, all those people who live in New York and Chicago, which is this right here. All right, now what if there's another clause called not in, and that's opposite of your in. And basically what he's going to do is going to select all the records from customers who do not live in New York or Chicago. So this is the opposite of this. So come down here. All right, let's run this. And there you go. So these are the people who do not live in New York or Chicago, these two customers. Okay, let's take a look at another one. Let's say somebody says, hey, find me all the records from orders who ordered between 2024-03-01 and 2024-04-29. Okay, that's what somebody wants a record from. So you can use between clause. So come over here and paste this guy over there, and let's run this. And there you go. So this shows you all the records from the order table. In this case, I'm using this table right here, who basically ordered, whose order date is between this date and this date right here. Let me see if you can see. There you go. Between that and this date right here. Okay, so you can see only these are the people. Look at these dates right here. So these corresponding three dates are between these two numbers right here. Okay, let me move this guy. Now let's do another one. Come back over here. Now let's say somebody says, hey, I want you to find me all the records, okay, all the records from the orders whose ordered amount is between 100 and 300. You can do that too. So in this case, I'm selecting everything from orders where amount is between. Okay, that's what I'm doing, in between. And then you just specify your criteria. So come over here and paste it and run the query. And there you go. You can see that all the amount is between 100 and 300. You can see that every single thing. And by the way, it also includes 100. Okay, and also includes 300. So it's anyway, and all the numbers between 100 and 300, and including 100 and 300. Okay, now let's say somebody says, "Hey, I want you to show me the customer name, order amount, order date for all customers who have orders, okay, who have placed an order." So now this is a little bit complicated now. So I'm going to show you how you do these types of questions. So when I would do these questions, I would actually go in stepwise, because what's happening over here, you're getting your data from multiple tables, because you have to get customer name, you have to get the order amount and order date. Now, if you go back to your schema, that would be right here. You can get the name from this table. You can get the amount from this table, but you cannot get both of them from one table. You have to actually get this information from two different tables. And because of that, so there is a little bit of join involved. You have to do some joining. In this instance, because of this particular scenario, what what I would do in these types of cases, I'll work by step. So I will go step number one first. I'll actually create a join first. So first you come over here, you actually create appropriate join on the two tables. You find out which two tables your information are present in. Your information is present in customers table and orders table because you need customer name, order amount, and order date. All these three columns, they are present inside customers and orders. So you only want to work with these two columns, these two tables. Okay. Thing I'm doing, I'm selecting everything from orders, okay, and I'm joining orders to customers. And how am I joining? Well, my customers dot customer ID is equal to orders dot customer ID. Well, what's happening in my customers table? There's a customer ID that is joined. That is basically, this is how you join it, by saying equal to. In the orders table, there's a customer ID. If you go back to your schema, you can see that in your customer there's a customer ID. In your orders there is a where is that? Yeah, customer ID right here. So these two are joined like that. So this is the this particular line right here is responsible for joining these two tables. Okay, so I'm joining them using this little syntax right here, equal to. This is what this statement does. By default, it actually uses inner join. Okay, so that's my step number one. So let me copy this and run this. So first I'm doing, like, before I get every data, I just create a join first, just to make sure that my joins are right. Okay, paste it, run it, and there you go. So see, I'm getting every information right here. Let me just increase the size of this a little bit. All right. So you can see I have orders, I have customer, amount, order date, and I have all these columns. But I don't want everything. I just want, now if you go back to your information, look at your question. What do you want? You want the customer name, you want the amount, and you want the order date. That's all you want. So now you can happily go in there and just copy these relevant columns. So you just want the name, that's going to come from customers table. You want the amount, that's going to come from orders table, and you want the order date, that's going to come from orders table. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just selecting these three columns. Rest of the stuff, like this part, this is exactly same as this right here. The only thing I'm doing, I'm just selecting the appropriate column names right here. Okay, so this is my step two. Run this, and there you go. Now you got the name, amount, and order date. All right. So then let's go back to, let's do some more now. Then there's something called left join. So suppose somebody says now, hey, show me the customer name, order amount, order date for all customers, even if they have no orders. Now, if you come back to this original query, take a look at this right here. This is only showing you the customers who have placed orders. Now, there are some customers who never placed an order. Maybe you want to see everybody. Okay, you want to know everything. So in that case, you can do left join. All right, so let's do left join. So in this case, I'm saying show me all customer name, order amount, and let me just copy this correctly. Order amount for all customers, even if they have no orders. So in this case, I'm using this clause left join. Come back over here and let me just hit few enters few more times, paste it, and let's run it. Now, if you notice, in the previous there was 8 records. Now let's see how many records I get now. Oh, in this case, I get 9 records, and you see that Beethoven, I'm getting null and null. One is a customer, okay, who never placed an order. Beethoven is right here, and Beethoven, let's see, is number customer ID is 4. Now if you look over here, you're not gonna find customer ID 4 over here. Okay, there's no customer ID 4. So Beethoven has never placed an order. So you are able to see Beethoven, it says null and null because he never placed an order. Okay, let's come back, let's do some more. All right. Now, let's say somebody says, hey, list me all the orders with the customer names, amount, and order date. And I want you to order by amount descending. So basically, it's the same thing as the top one right here, but now I want you to put that in a descending order. Well, that's easy. You select your customer dot name, orders dot, you select basically, first you, as I explained before, what you do, you want to make sure that you create a join first. So this is my join, which is the same as the one on the top. And then I'm just selecting the name, which is going to come from the customers table. I'm selecting the amount that comes from the orders table, and I'm selecting the orders date coming from orders. And then I'm creating this clause right here, order by order dot amount descending. So this is responsible for ordering, sorry, for list, for putting the, for displaying the record in an ordered amount, by ordered amount. Okay, let's come down here. Let me paste it, and let's run this. And there you go. Now you can see that it's in descending order: 350, 300, 250, 200, 150, 125, 100, 75. So these are the name of the customers, and they are put that in descending order based on the amount. Okay, now let's say somebody asks you, hey, show each shipped item with the customer name, order amount, order item, and shipping status. Now here's the interesting thing. It's basically using three tables. So you're getting customer name from the customer table. If you go back over here, you can get the name from here. Okay, and then you can get your order amount and order item. You can get that from the order table, right? Order amount, that will be right here, and order item and order date. This is all right here. And then you have to also get the shipping status. Now, the shipping status is present inside your shipping table. That would be right here in this one. So you are getting information from three tables now. So let's do that. So first thing you do, you want to create appropriate joins first. So I'm selecting everything from shippings, and I'm saying that in this particular instance, let me just make a little bit indentation over here so you can see. Let me just come down here. There you go. So I'm saying from shippings and join orders on, and I'm saying that now when you shippings and orders, how are they joined? Well, if you remember, shippings and orders, they are joined using, this is your customers, sorry, your shippings and orders is like this. So this is joined using order ID. Order ID in orders is joined to order ID in shipping. So this is exactly what this clause does right here. So I'm saying shippings orders on, join orders on, and I'm saying shipping dot order ID equal to orders dot order ID, and then I'm also joining customers too. Now, how is customer joined? Now let's go back to schema. Your customers is joined to the orders. So customer ID in customer is joined to the customer ID in orders. So come back over here and take a look. This is exactly what this line is doing. It's customer ID from the sorry, orders dot customer ID is joined, okay, to customers dot customer ID. So this way I'm able to join all the three tables. Okay, so all my three tables are joined, and then I'm selecting everything. So this is my step one. So anytime when I do stuff question like this, I always go in step by step. But if you can skip this step, like you can, if you already have a good understanding of these concepts, you can skip this particular step. You can come straight to the next one. Okay, let's just come over here, and let me just if you enter a few more times, come back on top, paste it, and let's run this. And there you go. So now it gives me every information. It gives me shipping order, status, order, customer, a lot of information right here. Let me just increase the size. Okay. Now I can just look at through each one of them and see which one I want. So going back to my original question, I just want, well, you know what? One more thing I'm doing. I'm basically now creating alias. So one of the advantage of alias is that you see I'm writing this orders.customer ID. This can be a little bit lengthy statement. Okay, this can be a little bit confusing. So I'm just saying that, hey, let's create an alias for shipping. I'm creating an alias called S. For orders, I'm creating an alias O. For customers, I'm creating an alias C. So anytime when you see the word shippings now, I'm using the word S now. Anytime there's a table called orders, I'm using O. Anywhere there is a, yeah, like right here, over here is also O. Anyway, there's a table called customers, I'm using C over there. That would be right here. Okay, so step two, I create an alias for above joins. Not mandatory, but it's not mandatory, but it's just optional. I'm just doing it because it makes my life a little easier. Sometimes you can have many tables, and writing all the names of the tables can be a little bit tricky. So this is kind of like a little helpful thing, you can do. Okay, so I'd create alias. That was my step two. Now I can extract the relevant column. So in this case, I'm going to be using my name column. Item, that name comes from the C, which is your customer table. Item comes from the order table. Your amount comes from the order table. Your status, it is coming from the shipping table right here. Okay, so let's do that. One thing you notice, like over here, I'm writing as customer name. So instead of saying C dot name, I'm giving it like I'm calling it customer name. That's all. I'm just creating an alias for that. So come back over here and paste it, and let's run this. And there you go. So now you can see customer name, item, amount, and status. So let's look at Wagner. Let me just decrease the size right here. So it's telling me that Wagner, his phone item amount is 250 and it is shipped. Let's verify that. Okay, let's just make sure that's true. So Wagner is right here. Okay, his customer ID is one. So customer ID one right here, one. So Wagner, okay, these two. And it says his phone. So there you go, phone, which is this one right here, Wagner phone. And what is this order ID? Order ID is 1. So if you come back over here, oh, go back to data and look at the order ID for Wagner 1. Order ID 1 is right here. So order ID 1 has been shipped. Okay, so yeah, that makes sense. Wagner phone 250 shipped. Great. Now let's look at Mozart. Mozart is let's come back to Mozart is customer ID is 3. So customer ID 333 is right there. So Mozart actually ordered two items, this and this. He ordered phone and he also ordered computer. Okay, this one is phone. So Mozart 3 would be phone, this one right here. Now this one has an order ID of 4. What happened to 4? Order ID 4. Let's take a look. Order ID 4 has been delivered. All right, so let's come over here and it says delivered. All right, so that makes sense. I'm just cross-referencing and just making sure that my, whatever data that is being displayed, the SQL result that is being displayed, it's making sense with my these three tables. All right, so that's good. Now let's say somebody says, "Hey, show only delivered orders with full details." So they want you to print out all the details for only the ones that has been delivered. So in this case, this is my right joint. Okay, this is sorry, this is my joint right here, and then I'm saying right here, this is my clause s shipping dot status equal to delivered. That's what it is. Okay, so copy this, bring it over here, and paste it. And this is going to show you your customer name, your customer city, your or order item, your order amount, order date, your status. And these are my appropriate join, the one I just showed you. And I'm putting a where clause. I'm saying this only show me ones that have been delivered. So let's run this. And you can see that now it only shows you Mozart, Shankar, Shankar, Mozart. So these items have been delivered. Rest of them basically have been shipped, but they have not been delivered. They have been shipped, but they have not been delivered to the customer yet. Customer has not received them yet. Okay, now let's say find all orders shipped to customers in Chicago. So let's do that. So in this case, I'm selecting my customer name, city, order ID, item status, and this is my join right here. And this is my where clause, where city is in Chicago. Okay, so let's come back over here and paste it. And let's run this. And there you go. So these are all the customers, like these are all the records from three tables, from your customer table, order table, and shipping table. So it tells you name, city, order ID, item, and status delivered, where the city is in Chicago. All three people are in Chicago. Okay. Now, which customers have orders that have not been delivered yet? So let's say you want to find this one out. So find me all the customers that whose orders have not been delivered. But in this case, your shipping dot status is not equal to delivered. That's what you're trying to find out. So copy that, paste it over here. Okay, let's run this query. And there you go. So name, order ID, status. You can see that all these are the people. Okay, name Wagner, Fisher, Vogel. These are the corresponding order ID for each one of them, and the status is not been delivered. It has been shipped, but has not been delivered. Okay, let's do the next one. In this case, let's say somebody's ask you list me distinct cities of customers, okay, who have placed at least one order. All right, so in this case, I'll be using join and distinct. So let's come back over here, paste it. Let's run this. And there you go. New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, and Houston. So these are your different unique cities, distinct cities of customers who have placed, okay, if you look at the condition, who have placed at least one order. Now let's say somebody asks you, hey, find me customers who placed orders only in specific city like New York and or Chicago. Okay, you can do that too. So in this case, uh, I'm using two multiple tables over here. So you are using join. All right. So let's run this. So it prints out the name and the amount. The name comes from the customer table and amount comes from the order table. And these are the people who live in New York and Chicago. Let's verify the Wagner. Does he live in New York or Chicago? Wagner is right here. Yeah, he lives in New York. What about Mozart and Fisher? Well, Mozart lives in Chicago. That's good. Fisher also lives in Chicago. All right, good. So this condition is satisfied. Let's come back to the next one and left join. Now, let's say somebody says, hey, show me all the customers who never placed an order. Okay, so the condition is a little different, that they want you to find all the customers who never ever placed an order. So in this case, I'm using where customer.id is null. Okay, now if I don't use this, actually, let me run this first quick. This way, I'll show you if what if you remove that clause. Okay, now, when you run this, only Beethoven. Beethoven is the only guy whose order ID is null. Well, if you remove this clause, let me remove this clause and come over here. And let me just make the screen a little bigger so you can see. Make it a little bit more big. There you go. And let me put this semicolon right there. And let's run this now. So see, this is going to show everybody, right? And oh, well, this was a waste of time. Uh, Let me just come over here. Okay, there you go. All right, there you go. So Beethoven is the only person who did not, okay, order anything. And you can verify that Beethoven customer ID is 4, and you're not going to find any customer ID 4 over here. You see that? There is no 4. So this guy never ordered anything. Okay, let's say somebody says, hey, find me, get orders from the customers in New York who spent more than 200. Okay, so you can do that too. So in this case, I'm selecting customer.name. Okay, I'm selecting order amount right here. Okay, I'm also selecting, I'm creating this appropriate join. So basically, I'll be using two tables. I'll be using customers and orders because I want get the orders from the customers. So I want the order amount, and I also want the customer name. So my city is New York. So city is going to be from customers table, and the amount is going to be from the orders table. Okay. So I'm putting my where clause. So I'm saying where customers dot city equal to New York and orders dot amount is more than 200. By the way, if you notice, I'm not using alias over here. You can use alias. No, I mean, I just did not use alias over here just to explain you the concept. But if you want, you can come and change this query a little bit and use an alias over here. So come over here and let's run this. And this will show you. So these are the people. Okay, these are the where orders were more than 200, and they were living in New York. So you can see that Wagner is he, where is he living? Wagner is living in New York, yes, and his order is 250. Let's verify that. Wagner customer ID is 1, customer ID 1, 250, yes, customer ID 1, 125, computer. Okay, so Wagner did order something that is right there, which is more than 200. All right.